This is like a vibrator. It's like one of those things.
It's hot thoughts. We all hot.
Yeah, my name is Barf. We're finna do a personal suite with High Thoughts TV.
I bleed the block till it's hot. Purple walk hard out the box.
So my name is Barf. I am a videographer based out of Houston. Yeah, so it started back in when I was in high school, because I used to paint and draw and like do graffiti and stuff. So that was my tag. I would go tag up the trains and stuff. So, but at first nobody knew who it was me. I mean, who it was. Sorry, that Barf was me. I would just use it kind of like as I guess like an alias. And then so when I started doing videos, I didn't want to put my real name. So I was just like, a film by Barf, and then that kind of just stayed like that. I don't know. It's just since I was a little kid, man, I've always had sketchbooks and stuff like that. I've always been like a visual person, I guess. Yeah, or more of like not only visuals too, but I mean, I guess more of like a art person. Like even since I was a little kid, that's just always how I've been. Yeah. It's pretty average Mexican family. I grew up in Fresno, which is on the I still live there, on the outskirts of Houston. And I don't know, people always, it's funny too that I don't actually live in the city limits, because people always be like, man, why you put BarfHTX? You don't even live there and shit. I'm like, bitch, I'll be there though. I'll be there every day. So, I mean, but yeah, growing up, like I said, I've always been an arts kid. Along with drawing too, I've been doing videos for a very long time. I remember my mom, for my birthday, she bought me my first camera when I was like 12. And so I've been doing videos for like over 10 years, probably. Well, I'm 25 now, so like 13 years in general. And it was funny because I didn't even ask for that camera. My mom just kind of, I think she bought it like at Best Buy or some shit like that. She was just like, oh, I bought you a camera. And at first I was like, okay, like, thanks. I wasn't really too excited about it. But then, over time I just started messing with it and more. And then it just kind of evolved from there. Yeah, that's funny too, because that's like maybe fast forward another 5 years. I think I shot my first music video when I was 17, because I had already been making videos just for fun, me and my friends, because my friends used to skate, and so I would just like record them skating and just do stupid skits and shit like that. We would make like not music videos, but we would just make videos with music behind them. And then so I guess like some rappers from my high school, they started to like, because I had a YouTube channel, so they started to notice that I was like a cameraman. So there was this one guy, he messaged me one night, and he's like, hey, I'm having a party, how much would you charge me to make a music video? And I was like, well, shit, I don't know, I never made a music video. And he's like, I seen your videos, I know you could probably make a music video. He's like, how much would you charge me? So I didn't know what to say, so I was just like, man, just give me like $100 or something, and then I'll go out there and shoot it for you. And then he was like, can you do $80? and I was like, all right, fuck it. So we went, and it was me and my other friend, and we went to his house. He had it was like a ranch party. Do they still have those ranch parties? Like in high school, John Tucker. Yeah, I wonder if they still have those, like the high schoolers. But yeah, anyway, we went, and it was a ranch party, and it was just like It was just like a typical high school ranch party. They were drinking and shit and smoking. So we just recorded that and made it into a little music video and put it online. And yeah, that's pretty much how it started. Ever since then, I just been growing and getting clients.
So that was like the first paid work you did?
Yeah, so that's another thing too, that people always be like, oh, like trade work for exposure and stuff. I was like, man, my very first music video, I got paid. The very, very first music video that I did was paid. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think people would probably take advantage of you or something. But I don't know. You could take that for what it is. I mean, my very first video was paid. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, right now I use Premiere and After Effects, and then I'm also starting to learn a little bit of like Cinema 4D. It's just more of like the 3D modeling software and stuff. It's really hard. It's kind of complicated. That's why I'm still kind of struggling. But yeah, for the most part, Adobe. Yeah. I actually started Photoshop when I was 12 too. Yeah, because my dad and my parents split up, and then I guess my dad was like, I don't know, he felt bad or something. So he was like, man, I'm gonna got you a laptop or whatever. And then so we would go to Mexico a lot. So I actually got a pirated CD of Photoshop from over there. They would sell them on the street, bro. It's crazy. You know, like over here, like they have like they just sell shit over there. Like yeah, so they sold me like a pirated CD of Photoshop. I think it was like $5 or something. So like I came back from Mexico and I installed it on that laptop, and then I pretty much just been teaching myself Photoshop. And I use it every day too, so it's crazy, yeah. Cause I was a little kid, bro. Imagine like a 12-year-old now, like on a laptop learning photo. But it's crazy. That's how it is now, though. All the videographers and shit, they're like 16, 17 years old, and yeah, it's pretty crazy that we're kind of like transitioning into that era, I guess, where all the creatives are getting younger and younger, and it's like, damn, you know, what's gonna happen in 5-10 years from now? Yeah, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I took I did media classes in middle school and throughout high school too, but I was pretty much far advanced than everybody there already. In high school, I would teach my class. I don't know, maybe he thought the students felt that it would be easier for them to learn if it was someone their age teaching them how to use it. But yeah, so even then, like in high school, the teacher would be like, hey, like, can you go, you know, teach them something? And then so he would hook me up on the projector, and I would teach like the kids my age how to do stuff in Photoshop. So yeah. Yeah, but yeah, pretty much that. I didn't go to college for school or anything. College for school. I didn't go to college for video or anything like that. I did go to college for painting though, because I don't know what else to do. I mean, you know, I was 17, 18, and I was doing videos, but it wasn't like something that I wasn't sure that wasn't sure how far I was gonna go with it. And so yeah, I actually got a full ride scholarship for painting and all that, and 2 years later, I left. I mean, they gave me a full ride, and I was like, man, you can't teach me how to paint. And I'm doing videos. So I was just like, man, I'm just going to focus on this. So I remember I left, and, you know, my mom was crying and shit. And she was like, well, shit, you're going to be the best videographer. And I was like, yeah, you know. Yeah, I do meet a lot of people. But, yeah, it's to the point where I'm a little overwhelmed, like, with the amount of people who want work. Because it's just me. You know, I don't have, like, a crew or anything. But yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. A lot of work. Yeah, a lot of work, man. It's to the point too where I can also pick who I want to work, because you know, like, it's not to where I just need money. So it's not like I'll just go work for the first guy who can pay me. I can actually, like, you know, go look and see if I actually like their music, and then, you know, if I want to work with them. It's not like I'm desperate. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a good ass feeling too. It doesn't happen overnight, man. That's one of the main things that I wish somebody told me too. Because 3 years ago, man, I didn't have no money, you know? And it's not all about money. I'm not saying that, but at the same time, you know, we all have bills to pay, and, you know, we have the shit to take care of. And, yeah, it just doesn't happen overnight. People think that I've just been doing videos for, you know, for a year or two, and they just think like, oh, you're getting all this work. I'm like, nah, man, I've been doing this shit since I was 12, you know? 10 plus years of learning my craft and, you know, getting better every day. So that's something that I would probably say to them. I think one of the very first videos, we were talking about this earlier, is that Tekken main. Yeah, I think that was one of the first videos, and I think that was maybe, I want to say 3 years ago when that hit that first million. That was also the first video that got placed on Worldstar. And I was telling him earlier too that I didn't even know who these guys were. They contacted me the day of a shoot, like, hey, we need you for a shoot, whatever. And I was like, yeah, okay. I didn't even know who they were. And I was like, yeah, so I showed up to shoot, and then we did the video, they paid me, and they were like, oh yeah, this video's gonna put on Worldstar. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you couldn't tell me that before we started shooting or anything? Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. And then like a week later, it got put up there, and a million, I think less than a week. But yeah, you were asking me about compensation, right? Well, I don't get compensated for videos like that. I just pretty much just charge them up front, and then whatever money they make off their million views, you know, that's theirs. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. I'm not sure if it's the same for like producers and stuff. I think they get paid afterwards, right, or something like that. I don't know how it works, because I know they get royalties, right? Yeah, no, I don't get royalties, and I actually prefer it that way. I mean, you paid for the video, it's yours. Whatever you want to do with it, you get your million views or whatever, and you know, you get you know, that's your money. You paid for the video. It's like an investment. So I feel like I shouldn't get paid royalties. I don't know how other videographers do it, but I mean, that's just my opinion. You paid for your service, you know, that's yours. That's your product. Yeah. The highest amount, nah, I don't know. I kind of don't want to say, but it was 4 digits. Yeah. But I don't want to say because, you know, people are going to be like, hey, you did this video for this one. And I'm like, nah. yeah, exactly. But, yeah, 4 digits. But, yeah, I can't disclose the actual amount. I've actually known Bundy since, like, 2015, I think, or 14. I don't know. It was just a Twitter friendship, and then it just grew up. Like, from there, it just evolved. And, yeah, WolfPack. I've known them for maybe 3 or 4 years too. I don't even remember how I met them. I think I met him at a function or something, and then he just got my number, and then we just went from there. Yeah. AD is the one who actually contacted me. Yeah, AD, which is Brick's brother. Yeah, he's cool people too, and he's the one who he kind of set me up with a lot of them too. So yeah. Shout out AD. Shout out AD. Shout out Bundy. Oh, that's funny. Nah, okay, so In One Breath is a band that I used to be in high school and a little bit after. It was I used to be in a metal band with my friend Manly, who's actually a producer now. Super Manly, y'all go follow him. He makes dope beats. And also my other friend, Dead Years, he was also in that band too. He's a producer too. It's funny how like when we all when the band pretty much disbanded, we all kind of went our own ways, and they make beats and I do videos. So but yeah, we're planning on getting something started again, but nothing serious. Probably just for fun, you know. We're not probably not gonna play any shows or anything, just make videos and put them on the internet. So yeah, it's something I'm really passionate about too. People don't know that I actually play guitar. I play guitar like every day. I just be in my room because when I do videos, and you know, videos sometimes they'll take like 2 or 3 hours to render, or how long? Pretty much, right? Yeah. So whenever it's just sitting there and I just don't have nothing to do, I'll just pick up my guitar and just play guitar. But yeah, that's something that I'm also interested in. Oh, Los Bravos del H. Yeah. Those are my boys. Yeah, that's funny too. I've been getting into that lately. Is doing more of the Spanish videos because in the rap game, there's a lot of videographers. There's videographers like coming up every day. So in that genre, at least in Houston, there aren't many videographers. I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 of us. So I can pretty much monopolize that whole genre and just take over that whole genre. And that's music that I actually listen to. So yeah, I've been doing that more and more lately. It's not that I don't want to do rap videos, but you know, I've been doing them for so long, they get a little bit repetitive to me. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, if I can branch out and try something new, I will. So this is the other half of the Sauce Twins. Yeah, man. Oh man, that was crazy. That dude, man, we were really close at one point. He took me to Hawaii, took me to Vegas. You know, we were shooting videos and stuff, and I feel like I owe a lot to that guy, man, because he was one of the first big artists to believe in me. You know, he was one of the, you know, the bigger artists, you know, like to see me and be like, hey man, like I trust your vision, like let's work and whatever. So he took me out there, we shot some videos, and you know, yeah, that was a crazy experience too. I never been to Hawaii. You ever been? It's badass. It's badass. Yeah, it's crazy. From that trip, man, it doesn't even feel like it's the same world, bro. Like the mountains and stuff, I'm just like, bro, I feel like I'm on another planet. That's probably like my best memory from it. It's just all the views and stuff. Well, I used to do cover arts more often back then when I didn't really have as much video work, so I would just kind of just do it like to supplement the incomes. But I don't really do them that often anymore. But you asked me like, how did we come up with the arts, or is that what you asked me?
I know we were talking about Sancho.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was kind of like, yeah, one of the first artists who I used to do exclusively their cover arts. He pretty much just came up with the ideas. He was like, hey, I want this and this, and then I would kind of just put it together for him. Yeah. Yeah, I have too many to name, but I feel like some of the standout ones was like the brick and sauce Walka one. That one was probably one of my best ones, I think. And that one was weird because it wasn't really planned out as much. I never know how the video's gonna come out until I actually sit down to edit it. So when I'm just shooting. I don't really know what it's gonna look like until I sit down and actually look at it. And yeah, I just wanted to try some new stuff on that video. And that's why I like working with them too, because some of the artists I work with, they're picky, which they're entitled. You're paying something. You should have a say in what you want it to look like. But when I work with WolfPack, they pretty much just let me do what I want, and that's why I like to work with them too, because they don't like if I send them the video, they'll have like a couple like, hey, can you change this, and like, yeah, that's, and it would be easy stuff. It's just like one or two stuff, and then they're pretty much happy with what I give them. So I work with other artists who are like, hey, like, change this, like, and and sometimes it's stuff that's out of my hands. That like if it's like a video for a record company or something, and they have like brands on their clothes and they have to get them blurred out. I'm like, man, that's on y'all. Like, why are you gonna make me work more for something that you guys already knew that you had to take care of in the first place? So yeah, it's just stuff like that. Man, it's crazy, bro. New decade.
This is 2020.
2020. Yeah, that's kind of a hard question to answer, because do you have kids? Bro, it's a whole new decade. You could have kids, you could have a bunch of whole another shit. Just think about all the shit that happened in 10 years. 10 years ago, what was I doing? 2020. I think I was still in high school 10 years ago. So, I don't know. Flying cars, right? That's what I was having a conversation with one of my friends the other day too, about even just cameras in general, because the technology can evolve so much to where like the camera as we know it in 10 years could not, they're even making 360 cameras. Have you seen those? Yeah, I've shot a couple videos with 360 cameras where it's just like a camera and it has a lens on each side, and so it records like the whole room like that. Yeah. So I'm like, am I even gonna have a job in 10 years in videos? Like, because they can make cameras that shoot themselves, or or computers that can edit the videos themselves. So I don't know. I guess just a personal goal would just build the brand, do more videos. That's pretty much how it started too. As far as like, I never planned to make this a career or anything. I kind of just like, hey, I'm just gonna create, and then whatever happens, and it's just been kind of going like that. So I'm probably gonna do the same thing, just work and make videos and just see what happens. I'm gonna say answer, but I don't know if it'll be the same tomorrow. But the first movie that came to mind was Training Day. Yeah, but like I said, that's how I feel right now, and it could change tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. But when you asked me that question, the first thing that came to mind was Training Day. It's not looking too good now. I don't know.
Did you do art? So it's like,
Yeah, but people ask me that all the time too, and it's honestly really something I'm not very interested in. It's hard for me to commit for that long. Short films take months to do. You have to think about because if I were to do one, I would do it the right way. I would want a crew, a stylist for the characters, a screenwriter and all that. I wouldn't want to do it just me, and that's something it's too much commitment for me, man. It's already like, I like to get my projects done and get them out of the way. I like to, because I get better, every day. So if I work on a short film, that's something that's going to take me like 6 months. And, by the time it's done, I could have already did a whole better one. So I don't know. That's just the thing for me. It's really a commitment thing to work so hard on one project. I'd rather just, work hard on one project, a couple days, get it out, do the next one. So, yeah, I feel like I really don't have an interest in doing that, at least not right now. Ask me in a year, and then maybe, Like I said, I am Barf. I do music videos based out of Houston, and follow me on Instagram. It's at BarfHTX, and just keep an eye out for new videos coming out.
be you with a body, but you only strapped in a stoop for a body. All of my diamonds is big and they bright and they work out real hard like they doing Pilates. But can't believe that a nigga so stupid to play over, he'll make the news on a Friday. Where I be dripping and pimping these bitches, Ice Cube gotta use me when he redo Friday.